Okay, guys. You know the Science Channel. I don't know what channel it is, where they talk about the possibility of the aliens with the bug type aliens, the intense gravity and things. Now, if this was tangible, uh, if there was a carbon-based symbiotic life form that's from a dense gravity planet with a red sun, which so and so and so and so forth. Right? Now the way it would work is if you see them, they look like drones. Okay, you know what a drone is a bee. Like or ants. Okay, you have the queen, you have the okay, and so they would be reproduced through a genetic queen. So there would be a something that reproduces, and then they all have to provide what's needed for that queen, the colony thing, and then that would be their mother, and they'd all have the same mother, like ants, and just the way the reproduction things would fit the environment, and the environment. We have replications of those kinds of environments, with different kinds of symbiotic life forms like ants and stuff. They'd have a human over for that's interesting. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't study this stuff. But when they're talking about the different kinds of things and stuff, now they would communicate like ants. There's a different form of communication. Used like with what people perceived as telepathic. Yeah, thought processes, because we have that too as human beings, and then through pheromones, and through smells. It's not smells. It's like it's just different. Okay, and the way they would communicate with you, it would be more like you could feel their thoughts, and then you'd have to assimilate to their thoughts to translate it into your linguistics to understand their thought process. Like you have that with animals. You can come to an understanding with animals, like I did with that deer in Wyoming, my dad with the Kodiak in Alaska. Okay. And as far as like Alien Romulus and a lot of those extreme movies, okay, that we make, you got to understand that they would have access to our mass communications. If they came here and studied us, they would look at our mass community. They would study us and look at us and whoa, and you look at TV and wow, we're a huge threat to our own existence and our own planet. So we could cause a supernova in our own universe and then start destroying our own galaxy through our behaviors. Okay. And so that would be something to draw attention to, something that works together in symbiotic life form to maintain the hive, you see what I'm saying? Okay, so we would be a planet of interest. Now, in order to maintain balance and harmony, you need to live. So you would learn as a hive together to how to, as far as leaving your own planet and your own galaxy and going out and spreading, but that's how ants are. Okay, you know how they are. Okay, you tell with ants, right? Oh my gosh, here they come. All right, there's food. I've seen them, thousands of them, climb into the hummingbird feeders and die to get the sugar back to the queen. And you're like, whoa, that's human beings that are not well would see that as amazing resolve. It's like, I guess, but it's survival. It's not love. Okay. It's not understanding infinite glory is the source of life. It's not understanding eternal life through holy covenants. It's not teaching empathy and dignity and respect like Jiddu Krishnamurti. It's nothing like that. It's more like Caesar walking 5,000 people off a cliff to prove a point. We got to stay alive, keep the queen alive, save the queen, right? It's like, oh boy, God save the queen. Faith will save the queen, but the queen is not an ant. The queen is not a bee. Okay, the queen is a human being just like you and me. Okay. That was given the standard of Jesus and Esther and Ruth and you'll find that Confucius and the Buddha and stuff like that, if you sit down and you read the stories, there's more similarities than there's differences. And what is right resonates through all forms of what you would see as religion or people perceive as philosophies. Okay, but like Muhammad explained in the Quran, which they didn't corrupt too badly, okay, is that the Greeks invented philos because they invented God in their image, and then they invented philosophy to eliminate their mythology. Okay, because their mythology was ridiculous, so they wanted their philosophy to be intelligent. So they tried to use their, quote, human intelligence to replace God with their human intelligence. Their mythology was ludicrous, right? And I say it was ludicrous. Well, because that's just a name a guy uses to make money talking about himself, and that's just ludicrous, right? I was watching that. Why doesn't somebody go to the shed and grab the thing and turn the damn water off? Why doesn't he get under the sink and turn the water off? You know what I mean? You don't just stand there and say that's ludicrous. You sit there and you go, they call a professional. Fuck no, man. Okay, that's water damage, man. You live in a box made out of wood and plywood and from sheetrock and stuff, and that would be real bad on an Adobe too, because you don't want to do that. So you come in and go, oh fuck, okay, now, the way the guy doing the concrete homes, you have a robot attached to it, and then if it happens while you're not there, then it shuts itself. That's very, very helpful. Having technology attached to that will automatically shut the water off in your Adobe home. Okay, if there's a leak and you're not in the domicile or you're asleep. Okay, like having carbon monoxide detectors. Okay. But that's why you care, share, give in accordance to need, built to last. Okay. So that's why, Haile Selassie, anything you learn from learning, if you use it to spy on people, manipulate people sexually, manipulate them with money, and then abuse them and torture them until they capitulate to your dominance and power, then it's like, oh, okay, Queen Bee, fuck you, right? Jesus. Why do you think people pray to me and Jesus and not to you? Okay, this should be obvious by now. Okay. So, as far as colonization of planet Earth, no, if they came from a planet or a galaxy like that, if there's any kind of alien contact, they can't dwell and live properly and function on this planet. They would just need this planet for us to maintain the planet for survival and not destroy the planet, which could possibly, like I told you, the stuff with Alderaan. And the way your guys' entertainment is and your thought process is, you definitely are a threat to an alien species like that. Okay? You do something fucked up and stupid and you guys are that way. If I can't fuck her, nobody can fuck her, so I'll blow it all up. If I can't maintain my brain chemical addiction to what I'm doing to feel powerful, Now, they work differently than you do. They're not a superior life form to you. They're a drone for a queen to maintain life through survival. Love, no, you don't need love to maintain a life like that. You just need a form of perception of intelligence to maintain survival. Okay. But real intelligence is a derivative of love and has ultimate understanding of, they would obviously not understand God as well as we do. Okay. They would not understand an essence of life because this isn't finding a girl and, this isn't big Goodwill hunting, I got to go see about a girl, right? But Yskrimsky, that's just a game for money. This is the mother of your children. This is cantaloupe parties. This is Pisces, Virgo rising is very good signs, right? Well, yeah, I know my marriages were science projects for a bunch of perverts, okay? I understand that. Okay. That doesn't make my capacity to reproduce with a woman and feel affection for a woman and love my children diminish. I'm not like you. I'm not a selfish person. Well, I didn't get to control what was going on with my sexual reproduction, so I'm not happy with it. Okay. I can't imagine not being happy with Kate. I can't imagine not being happy with Natalie or Emily. And Natalie was a beautiful girl that they knew that if they tortured me and I was underachieving because I didn't want to fight over sexual reproduction with other men for the hot blonde or the hot, or the Jennifer Lopez chick, then when they destroyed my sexual and emotional relationship with Stephanie, which the Pentagon did, and then they did the same thing with Amy, all I wanted was Amy to be good to me the way I was good to her, and then Natalie to be good to a young man and him be good to her, so they could enjoy the same affection and romance and devotion and writing vows and stuff that I wanted to enjoy with Amy or Steffi or Law. Okay, so I'm not like you. I'm not a selfish person. I don't go spy in people's houses, manipulate the outcomes, and determine through the Truman Show what the fuck should be going on. You're assholes. I'm not. Okay, you're the debt and trespassers. I'm the one that corrects your bad brain activity because I don't possess it, because I know how to control myself. I know how to understand the value and the meaning of the word soul and God and faith and truth, and you don't. Okay? I'm teaching you here. You're not teaching me. You're torturing me for being better than you. I've got to go get the weed eater and cut up all the Roundup stuff and water it down to make it more comfortable for me and Dad. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's the body trying to expel all the toxins out of me because I use the sun and I'm doing stuff. It's painful. The detoxing is painful. And maybe, well, you're stubborn. I shouldn't have to. I should be in the Gila making love with my wife and enjoying my kids and enjoying fresh air and clean water. Shouldn't have to be detoxing because you're a putz and a selfish pile of shit.